Audio testing. Hardcore. Hello, Comet. I guess it confirms me wondering if people get informed. Well then. Wait a second. This is the wrong tie! Literally, Jesus! How could this happen? My skirt covered it up. So I grabbed the wrong black tie. Scandalous development. But there's a good reason why I got this new black tie. Because the other one was... Oh, thank you, Denim.
Is this the one that I repaired?
Yes.
Okay.
The other one is a lot shorter, a lot thicker, and you have a harder time to make a good-looking double Windsor.
Makes sense.
And ironically, as well as I can do the double Windsor, I can literally not do any other tie.
Not even just a straight tie?
Nope. I can only do the double Windsor. It's the one that I practice day in and day out during my apprenticeship.
One job and you're damn good at it.
Exactly. Ah. So.
See, if you can't keep ferrets cooped up in the cage all the time, you
Exactly.
have to let them out to play sometimes.
Yeah, playtime. They are not cage animals by nature. I mean, often enough there are people who have them permanently roam free in the flat, but that seems a little bit...
Dangerous.
yeah, you need to make everything ferret friendly, and I have the feeling
We've
that...
been doing the research. You can't have house plants. You have to be very careful with cords and anything loose, cupboards.
Huh?
We're basically going to have to get child-proof locks for all the cupboards once we get our own.
We'll see.
Any cupboards that we're in a room where they're going to be.
Yeah. Not too many, but I want to see how they open stuff. Yeah, that's a liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the delicate wine glasses.
I'm not. They will be. Look, if they go for the liquor first, they don't even make it to the wine glasses. That's how that works, right? Hello and welcome everybody to Gaming in Ties. Ace Attorney Phoenix, Wright. I thought I was free, but then it turned out there's a bonus chapter, and I'm such a happy person because I get to play with this Maya clone, whatever, and look for people to try to save people who already pleaded guilty for murder, because sure, why not? Anyways, let's continue this thing. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of getting interrupted by the lady. Also, remember to throw your voice.
Throw my voice.
Since the
I mean,
microphone's
I was
on,
going to
no.
ask
Oh.
if people could hear me.
But yeah. Last time on Gaming in Ties Ace Attorney, Max had to contend with an angel who became a star of the trial with her misinformation and lies. But she was more. She has more to tell, and aside from the new and vibrant assistant he has to tolerate, the case needs to be solved and the murderer must be served justice. Time for more lawyering, and take that in this round. Also, hi everybody. Yeah, hello to you too, Enigma, and thanks once again for this stellar recap. so that people actually know what's happening. Because God knows, I forgot what happened in the last 2 weeks. Anyways, I prefer to not take the defense team's leftover. Anything else to say? Wow, thanks, Edgy. Do I need to take your phone away?
No.
Okay.
Might be able to save you. I started speaking before you interrupted me. I have decisive evidence.
What? What was that?
That was the controller vibrating
I
for no
know.
reason.
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
Besides, I'm looking for the guide in case we get stuck.
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, a triple decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Really, we are using this within our own phrases now as well, not just her.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun.
Give me the beat. Give me the beat. Oh yeah!
See, guys, he loves this game. He loves the music.
I love this one particular. I don't know, other tunes. This is usually the one where I really
Yeah.
start raving.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
What?
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No, you did not.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe.
What?
One was, of course, the victim's.
Why does a random witness happen to have an evidence with blood already being apparently processed by a lab? This should be in the inventory of the not the.
Because she doesn't trust prosecutors.
But she's just a random witness who is like, hey, by the way, I have this thing which I know.
She's not a random witness. She's an ex-detective.
She is a random witness from the point of view. Witness cannot just be like, oh, by the way, I have this thing where you don't know where I obtained it, and that's why I have this one.
And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
No, it's a shoe with.
Well, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
What? There was blood found on the shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Thank you. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
No, lady. The judge wants to eat her lunch box.
Yeah.
A heart-shaped box. Anyway, simple, and as I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. See?
Yeah, but now it's not trustworthy evidence anymore because some random weirdo who happens to be a witness.
Just flow with the game. You need to suspend disbelief. You haven't learned that by now with this series?
I rename it. It's no longer my rage juice, it's my suspension juice. So whenever I have to suspend disbelief in this game, I wonder if this makes me getting slower or faster through this class.
Or this game.
Also true.
That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And therefore making it completely unreliable. And you had the blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. But What? You said your third book's been forward open.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. Haha, in your face, Angel.
Enigma, I need some of those two to put up with him. What?
You must know that two rules, the two rules of evidence law. Rule number one, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Well, I mean, I have kind of the feeling that Phoenix is breaking this rule constantly himself.
Rule number two.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth.
Huh.
Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, for that face, it's worth it again. Constipation!
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence, Law. Really.
The prosecution complains, notwithstanding, it appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Solana Sky.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Wait, before that. Can I? Yes, I can.
Push all the things.
I don't really want to present, so I hope I can get out of here again without actually shit pausing and me losing my...
There's a back button.
There's a back button, I just must not... Okay. What? Blood!
I guess. There's blood here too. Should we move that controller?
Keep. On the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's. He must have tapped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh,
All this blood. It's horrible.
was
You want to be a forensic investigator?
wasn't he in a trunk and stabbed in the trunk? So when did he stab in anything?
Good question.
This blood might be an important clue. But dish. Check this out. Oh, but there's some more blood.
This blood, it's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Wright had Lorana's right hand has bandages when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Wait, you're thinking she is guilty?
Poor sis.
Blood. More evidence. That's a very clear dark hole. Well, I guess two blood stains are all I'm getting out of this. Going back. Sure, beer sprays the blood from Bubbly Boo, okay. And back again. Okay, keep pressing. Oh yeah. This time I actually have no idea where I have to press.
Hold it!
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
When did you lie about 5 minutes? I don't know.
There was the 5 minutes between when she saw things up in the booth and
Uh-huh,
ran around
yes,
to
okay.
arrest her. So that was 5 minutes she didn't mention the first time. She just said that I immediately went to arrest her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
But she had to take her eyes off her for 5 minutes while she ran around the barrier.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. So yeah, why bring this up again? Anyway, the results.
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lots known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every dirty trick in the book.
I mean, wasn't Fun Karma the most vile of them all? Why is everybody?
And he was his underling,
Exactly.
so therefore,
Yeah.
guilty by association.
Yeah. They always keep Edgeworth, they always keep, even from his first appearance, like, oh, Edgeworth, he is such an unbeatable entity, babbly-boo. But yeah, in this one trial, we learned, like, he was just a second fiddle to the true monster, to his mentor.
Yeah, who's unbeatable for even more years.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, but now Fun Karma is dropped again, and it's just Edgeworth is the non-plus ultra evil the prosecutor.
Yep, he's the fan favorite.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it.
No, what false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
So she literally committed a crime. The judge just literally expressed that she committed a crime.
Oh, let's just get this over with.
And then hopefully arrest her for the crime that you just judged her for. No, well, victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you did not. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen.
So you stole evidence from a crime scene. This is now the second crime you openly admitted to in court.
See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
More proof of you being a criminal who should be behind bars? I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
Maybe we want to focus on... Okay, it's back to being rage juice. This has nothing to do with suspension of disbelief, it's just like...
Oh, that silly judge.
Yeah, 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. No? She still did crime?
The shoe does disappear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
Wait a second. Didn't she hand it with a forensics report? Well, I don't see any.
There wasn't. It's
It was just a picture in the top
yeah,
left.
basically.
This
It
one.
was flat text.
Have we ever checked this? I'm not sure we checked the picture. No, we cannot
I
do
mean,
the...
we did because we confirmed she wasn't wearing a muffler.
Yeah, but we cannot do the rotatey thingamabigget.
Of course not. It's a photo.
Then here, and the word muffler was overheard during the... looks familiar. Oh yeah, I believe I remember that dialogue. Yeah, we're going straight. What's wrong with it? Everyone downstairs. Here, check mine. It's apparently. Yeah. We definitely had this conversation. And I believe, oh yeah, and we open it and we dialed the previous number, and the previous number turned out to be whatever her name is. Maya. Maya 0.2.
Emma.
That one too. 2 types of blood. Another blood type match that of the defendant.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can't say for sure the blood belongs to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. I'm glad that the music dropped for this bad. It's not even a pun, it was just a bad one-liner.
Yeah, pretty much. Da, da, da.
Yep, everybody agrees, even the judge.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person.
Just wanted to say, blood is more than A, B, and O. It also has genetics in it. It's literally...
there's DNA tests too.
Yeah.
But blood types is one of the quick ways to do it.
Yeah, but yeah, unless you have the super rare one, whichever that was.
Yeah.
I have the second rarest one. I mean, there's one that basically more than half of the people have or something, or around about half of the
is the
people.
one that's the common, and I got that.
Oh. And then there's one that is like a decent amount, but less than the common one. Then there is one that only a few percent have, and then there's the one that barely anybody has. I believe that's around about it.
Yeah, it means I'm a universal donor. Something like that.
I have no idea what I was. Was I don't think I was a universal recipient. Anyways. Which means that we can blah blah blah. She also doesn't know.
Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results.
Oh, if only you would have handed it in.
If it takes a little longer. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Ms. Lana Skies.
So you're telling me that your boyfriend told you what you wanted to hear, and he framed it as very little doubt, aka not reliable whatsoever. Good job.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. This should prove this as a flawless, decisive evidence. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
White guts. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
saying
okay.
sarcastically.
Oh.
Delicious. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's had enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There's a problem, alright? If I'm not imagining this, I'd say there is one critical problem with the evidence, a clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Oh, let's hear Mr. Wright, what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us a problem with the evidence.
Ah, the good thing is I already played with it earlier. Wait, what? I mean, I specifically found it, and he said, oh, that might be super duper important when I looked at the stuff below the shoe. I have no clue why, except for my thing earlier with that he was stabbed in a trunk and therefore should not be able to step on his own blood, but hopefully that is actually the reason. Because otherwise I'm kind of wildly guessing here.
Much as Phoenix often does.
I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, Ricky, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Okay, now she is threatening within a room of
You're no super tall vampire lady.
That's very true. But yeah, I mean, now she's threatening people in the courtroom. This is the third strike. Somebody lock her up and put her into jail, please.
There is quite a bit of blood on the
See,
bottom of the
it
shoe.
flew right over the judge's head. He didn't even notice.
Nope. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife.
The judge is a himbo.
Yeah, it is, isn't he?
Yes. He's dumb and lovable.
Well, he's dumb for all right. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? Oh shit, I need to know. Oh shit!
What were you saying? What's weird about it?
Given to edgers, nothing to do. Murder weapon, usually aims at toolbox, traces of blood, no fingerprints, no. Vacant parking lot, no. This did definitely not. Death due to blood loss, one knife wound, died within the hour. Victim memo found in the car trunk, no. The parking lot, no. Taken by Star after the crime was committed. Maybe? I mean, there's a lot of blood already. There's no blood on the floor. So yeah, I mean, I went through literally all the evidence in my inventory, and this is the only thing that has any connection to it, so I'm willing to use it. Damn it, I already lost something earlier. But I would say it's the right one.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you said, it's the only thing with any connection.
The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Oh. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe, he says, launching in front of the photo and coming very, very close. Jesus, Phoenix, I can see your pores on your nose.
If they drew any.
That's true. I just have such a high, like a 4, what is it even called? 4G? No, 4D, E4?
What?
The super pixelated, like super HD. Enigma will probably tell us in a moment what I meant.
I mean, you can also just say high def if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, but higher than high def.
Okay.
The thing that super the hit and everybody loves,
Okay.
and nobody has. 4G?
No, that's...
4K!
I was gonna say 4G is cell phones.
Yeah. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody... This one photo taken by the witness is hopefully not the only documentation of the scene of the crime. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Wait, wrong word. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! Oh, witness, do you want to admit that?
What?
Wait, no claiming that she tampered with the crime scene and cleared up all the foot stains afterwards?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but It's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
Well, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions, which should be enough because you devalued the evidence. It's not your job to prove why the evidence doesn't make sense, as long as you already proven that the evidence is not
In
evidence.
this game, it is your job. What?
Oh, Edgeworth, make up your mind on whose side you're on.
He's on the side of truth.
I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What? What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Roar.
I'm very glad that we needed to hear this entire second part. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. Oh, kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edward. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness? Was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does it mean? That allegedly existing footprints have been washed away? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Oh, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. She admitted the crime! Bullshit!
Oh, that ties things up quite nicely.
No! No, that's just wild guessing. That's bullshit.
The blood-stained left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to the murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase her telltale signs.
Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
But Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Little girl, what did you just say?
What?
Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
I mean, you tried to get somebody prosecuted? So...
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Oh, wait, witness. Don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Now she will?
Your threats don't scare the cop up, please. Look at this.
Photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet, which kind of confirms the story.
Erasing the last trace of dope from the corpse mine. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, your murder suspect pleaded guilty. I mean, yeah. You know, in a normal court, your job would be to try to get the sentence lowered, not to convince a non-guilty, but since she's dead now anyways, and it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Oh.
Right. White or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Oh!
He's wet.
Probably.
Get yourself up the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Well, this time I'd like to declare the verdict for good.
Oh. Bam. Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. God. He really likes to do his verdicts, doesn't he?
He does.
Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
Love to win!
I suppose since we have come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Well, Mr. Wright, show the court the problem with the photograph.
I mean, let's see. Okay, we have the one thing that I mean, he shouldn't take it off. So the stabbing is here, so there would be no blood here. Anyway, I mean, he could have come out. I mean, one of his legs, including the shoe, is outside of the car, so he could have been climbing out of it, get stabbed, spill blood, fall over. What? I literally couldn't understand. So, huh?
Do you want an answer?
I'm not sure. I'm not still in the loud thinking phase, but I mean, here's the stabbing happening.
Chats it.
But yeah, I saw this too. But Huh?
Do you know another word for exhaust pipe? Or another thing associated with exhaust pipes?
Maybe?
Muffler?
Ah, no, I did actually not know that.
Usually exhaust pipes have a muffler on them if it's a loud engine. That way they aren't too loud when they go through cities.
Okay. And since it's a fancy sports car, it needs a muffler. I mean, I actually spotted this and I was wondering if it's meant to be like residue of water that came out of here, but because it was a stupid thought, I didn't follow up on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but how is this proving anything else? I mean, you were about to discard this evidence. But here's still the thing.
Remember the whole thing of...
Muffler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that muffler was the one word in the... But
Okay.
still, it's like... This doesn't discredit the evidence. This doesn't say anything. This is just like, hey, by the way, let's have a wild goose chase about something being stuck in the muffler.
It means he can't cross the verdict yet.
I mean, I know that somewhere down the line this is supposed to mean something, but... This is stupid. The problem in this photo is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler.
How does this work in Japanese?
They probably changed the pun. I don't know what it was.
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf or of any kind of in this photograph.
Yeah, I know how this thing. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of an exhaust system, a pipe.
Oh, I see. And I see. What's the suspicious looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler?
I'm with her. For the first time since I ever met her, I'm with her on this one. So fucking what? What does it have to do with this case?
Excuse.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What does that have to do with this case?
But it's
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But she's literally reading my line, IRL. This is literally how I feel
no,
about
it's
it.
my line.
But Angel is channeling me.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy, isn't it? In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your own testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Take that!
Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah. Yeah.
Yeah! You have watched enough German dub of Avatar to...
Oh, man, Zuko's dub actor.
Yeah! Zuko could be voice acting in a cat fight. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. But it is not.
Well, it seems you will have to suspend the proceedings.
But the why? It doesn't. I mean, if the shoe.
He's about to explain why.
See if he actually will.
Suspend?
Oh, I find myself wondering about this piece of cloth.
Random piece of cloth in a photo of the crime scene. Woohoo! Let's suspend, let's ignore all the other evidence that I have not been able to dispel, which puts the murder suspect on the scene of the crime. Sure.
If we leave any question unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law.
You mean like every other goddamn fucking time? What is different this time that you
You
suddenly
don't have any
wanna?
information at all about this thing. You don't have any information at all about this
It's a
thing.
random piece of thing at a place.
But she mentioned it on her phone right after she allegedly stabbed someone. That's got to be important.
Yeah, like I hid the testimony of why I needed to murder him in the muffler.
It could be anything. We don't know. That's why
Exactly.
we have to find out.
Yeah, I have to agree. This last case is really more intense than the previous ones. Then again, I'm not really that behind looking at the time.
Have the cards, the cream of the have the cards and crime scene inspected at 1:30. Bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we have seen all the evidence. Agreed?
This is a tissue. We must address things. Yeah. Oh, a issue. I suppose so. Also, Edgeworth can't decide really if he is in his old self, where he just wants to see a verdict, or where he wants to have a quick guilty, or he wants to actually be doing a thorough job. Whew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
3 days of trial to get through.
Oh God, is this the first day, or are we
This
really?
is the first day.
No. I mean, like, is this the end of the first day, or do we just do a recess? Oh wait.
This court will adjourn for 3.
The longest trial in the franchise.
It's lunchtime after all.
He is still hungry.
To be continued.
Oh wait, this is actually the end of an episode. What is going on there? And say yeah.
Yes, because those words are so similar. Let's see. Reichsdeputationshauptschluss.
Hauptschluss?
Hauptschluss.
Shouldn't it be Ausschluss? Reichsdeputationshauptschluss?
It's your language.
Yeah, and I don't get the meaning of this component word, composition?
Compound word?
Compound word, yeah. That explains why the judge is loopy. He skips breakfast.
But
and
he was getting fed constant lunches in this trial.
he did. But yeah, also apparently he's skipping leg day. I don't know. Yeah, you better look downcast and now go with Maya and stand under a waterfall or some shit. Yeah.
Mr. Wright?
Oh, I just want to point out, good thing that we didn't try to finish off this trial last time.
Oh, yeah.
This was 3/4, or this testimony, I should say. This was 3/4 an extra
It's
hour.
gonna take a few weeks of this.
Breathe in,
There you
breathe
go.
out.
Good.
Drink rage juice. Breathe in, breathe out. Drink rage
Don't
juice.
drink out.
Aw.
You can drink in, but don't drink out.
Oh, wait, drink out?
Exactly. Don't. You s-
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of the lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we are swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Nope, history. No, I did not get it either. I just remember because my history teacher would literally yell this world at us whenever she came into the classroom. Okay.
But you sure it was Hauptschluss and not Ausschluss? Or Ausschuss? Reichsdeputationsausschuss. That would mean anything. Or something.
I don't know what it means. Rich
No,
something.
Reichs is like Reich, like a country, like Third Reich and
Okay.
stuff like this. So Reich is just a kingdom.
Okay.
Then again, kingdom doesn't make sense because it was a dictatorship. But yeah, this is just a forward, like Bundestag, Reichstag, like it's a form of government. So it's a governmental installation. Deputation is deputation. So it's from this government, a deputation, but Hauptschluss or maybe major closing. I mean, Schluss is a final,
So
is
it'd
an
be
ending,
kind
is
of
a
like
closing.
if I was a kid and one of my teachers entered the room by yelling anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Probably, but this word actually means something.
It's not actually used anymore.
Yeah.
It once had meaning.
But yeah, what is the Hauptschluss in this? Anyways.
Anyway, apparently she got called off the judges' chambers.
Probably something to do with this piece of cloth.
So this is where we turn the trial around, right?
By the way, why did okay, the judge actually called her in, but why was she never called into the she's a defendant. Why did she never get to defend? Oh, because I do it, or but she's not even in the room. She could answer the muffler question. We could have asked. She was in the building.
He didn't finish most of those sentences. I'm still used to the microphone being over here.
Yeah, you're talking to
He didn't finish most of those sentences.
This game is causing me distress. I just wanna falsely claim that all those gray hairs and my beard only started growing when we started playing this game.
Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
Yeah, pretty much. I am the one who is starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Uh-oh. Oh, partner. Woo.
Hola.
Hola, partner. Why Spanish all of a sudden?
Because a lot of cowboys were Mexican? Or Hispanic?
I guess, maybe, yeah.
No, they were.
Yeah, but like... So he is now also Mexican?
It means some Mexican jargon got into cowboy jargon.
I guess. Let's say you show a red claws to a bull. It'll fire up its temper. It's a black and white photo. We don't even know which color it has. That's what they told me when I was a young and laced.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come and take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I am late. They've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in an enemy territory. Which once again raises a question: if the department is locked down, how did Miss Starr get in there to the forensics department? That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyways? All the police I have seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
Alcoholism. You don't say. But now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the rose ceremony that afternoon, Atros sees it. Atros. TH and then an S? Really? Atros seen it too, I reckon. What does it mean? Is it a muffler in the muffler?
Could be.
In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. High noon. I can't do a Matt Mercer. Even though he actually looks a bit like Matt Mercer with the long hair and everything.
A little bit. A little bit more tanner skin, I'd say.
Yeah. Wait, Matt has a tanner. No, he has a tanner skin
This
and
guy
Matt
has
has
the
a
tanner
lighter
skin.
skin, yeah.
Yes.
Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh. I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
Bullcrap.
Basically.
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Wee-hoo!
Ooh-wee.
Woo-wee!
Close.
Later, because I didn't look at the time earlier.
Oh, I'd like to, resume.
What's up? Just keeps looking over to the prosecution. Something wrong with Edwards. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Oh no.
His underwear just snapped.
Did Miss Star actually poison the food she gave him? Is he literally dying?
Did she pour crabs down his pants? That's a reasonable conclusion, right?
Or this menthol paste that Aki used on Anime Man?
The
Menthol.
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 Yeah, the menthol paste in his underwear.
Edworth with menthol paste,
Right
paste in
around the
his
crotch
underwear.
area.
Yep. Like,
It's a terrible, terrible prank to pull on someone, guys. Don't do it.
That forward.
That forward brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Oh, what's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're double down, double over your
The
black.
back is bent.
It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, menthol paste in the.
Well then, I believe it is time to continue our trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable. What did they do to his car? It seems our prosecutor is quite besides himself.
Here he is.
A he?
Mm-hmm.
How do I speak?
Congenial guy in charge.
What does congenial mean?
Friendly.
Friendly in charge.
Think of,
Benevolent dictator?
not so much like a benevolent dictator, but like a authority figure that's trying to be almost fatherly, but not.
Ah, the office.
Sure.
No! God damn! No! No! Excuse me. Knock, knock. Who's over? God help me. Jesus.
Or you know, Ganondorf.
What's with this guy? Oh my god, does he literally have organ music playing?
This is the character I mentioned earlier off stream.
He's a big boy. He's almost breaking the witness stand. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Probably Fahrenheit.
He's really hot. He's a warm brother. He's hot-tempered. He's full of hot air. I don't know what's the joke here. Is there a Japanese saying about room temperature? Who on earth is he? I mean,
Oh, you.
just somebody who randomly runs up the witness stand and everybody. I mean, they were okay with the last trial when Larry did it, but still. Yes? Is the game expecting me to click? No. Ah, oh. Oh, sorry, I'm late, Ajay. What? Ajay? Ajay?
Edgy.
Ajay.
That's his nickname for Edgeworth.
Ah, Ajay. Sorry, I'm late, Ajay. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Ajay? How have you been? Swim much these days? Wow, reference to the last trial, or what was it?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I've been so busy.
Oh, Udgy.
As in judge.
Judge. Sorry, wrong nickname. Judge.
Busy, Ajay, my boy. You have to make me time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge?
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Ah, you're right, the attorney. I have heard good things about you, son.
Oh, thanks?
So sorry about your little worthy giving you.
Our little worthy giving us. Now we know his
There's
name.
the nickname.
No,
I knew
little
he
worthy,
gave everyone
giving you
nicknames.
all the trouble. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Yolly!
Jolly.
Jolly!
The little worthy.
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Whoops.
I don't know. Chief of police.
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gaunt, Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
He's still in this pose the entire time, just losing his shit.
The fucking chief of police is here.
Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Mr. wasn't just seeing things. The crime occurred. Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But you think that it was...
To think.
But to think it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. What is it with those weird pauses?
I told you he had a weird quirk.
I'm not sure if it's worse or less worse than
A different flavor of quirk.
yeah than the neglectic murderer last time. Narcoleptic. I mean, I kind of like him just playing with his hair, like completely zoned out. That has something mesmerizing.
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. Oh, what's this? It's what you would call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Muffler muffling the muffler and muddling the case, leaving us miffed.
Pretty much. Things controlled. Chaos. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
No, wait a minute, Worthy.
I have no desire to hear your...
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Oh, look. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There is no mistaking that the signature is there, Mr. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
He was in charge of the investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Are you serious? Don't be so upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense in favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Mr. Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, would you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gravel anymore.
Gobble. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Why am I moving?
The game is showing you how.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I'm not
First.
kidding, but it's showing you. There's a small tag on this knife.
It seems to say SL9 too.
What does that mean?
Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame.
But it's strange.
What? What is?
I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before.
What? Maybe in one of the photos?
Letters like this, or letters that look a lot like this somehow.
Really, no. Yeah.
What? Don't scare me like that.
It's a switchblade. It's a tiny, fucking, pathetic switch.
She's a little high-strung because her sister's on trial for murder.
Can we just kick her out of the courtroom,
No.
please? I'm the one who is scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
Yes, it is. And this dark red stain? Blood?
No, I think it's ketchup.
Ketchup process, okay. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, a small tag attached. So it was already in evidence before. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation for the chief, from the chief of police himself. Jesus. Could those two please get a room?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and their police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. And I'm already standing in the witness stand. What a coinkydink.
Ah.
Cornering guards. Okay, nothing new. It's still just that thing. Oh, the muffler has just
Oh, hey, his
disappeared.
profile's probably with the others now.
Ooh. Profile. Huh. District Chief of Police. So he might be not seen it. He is a top dog in the PD.
Age 65 and not retired yet.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who is the murderer? I mean, usually it's the highest and toughest to get person, isn't it?
Yep.
So it would probably be him. I mean, she might be either she's an accomplice or she's just an opportunist jumping on some like the photograph girl in the last case.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Lada.
Lara.
Lada.
Lada.
Yeah, with
Lada.
2 keys.
Lada. Yeah, like Lada who just jumped in because she wanted to have her 15 minutes. Yeah, he's just incompetent. But well, that's what you get when you have somebody who's cosplaying at work at the police. So yeah, he's probably he's the murderer. Calling it now. Give me the beat. This not special, but I don't care. I will stop. Even I had to cringe over my own attempts, so I am so white.
Yep.
This knife is special. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove the connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. A detective.
But hush-hush information. That's hush-hush. That's hush-hush information, RG. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyways, we had the department were all flustered up, as you might well assume. We are in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Oh, I think you understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright.
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places?
Wait, Lada and Angel, they haven't even met each other. Leave it, shipping people.
Yeah.
I approve the other ones, though.
I mean, wait, Mia and Lana? So, wait,
Yeah,
Mia and Lana?
Because they knew each other at school.
Oh, okay, sure. Then, yeah, Phoenix and Edward, obviously.
OTP of the series. Franchise.
Yeah, and Lotta and Angel. I mean,
I think they drive each other crazy.
yeah, also Lotta was just an opportunistic idiot. Angel is just,
She's got a chip on her shoulder and it's clouding her judgment.
plus she is a criminal. I mean, okay, Lotta was also a criminal. She was also lying to us. Shit, they are made for each other, aren't they?
Chances are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Alright, while you're talking to yourself as in 2 voices, I will go get refills.
Okie dokie, thank you. Knife special, but I can't tell you why. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. I mean, if we are talking about this, are we talking about the model or this very specific knife? Then yeah, if we're talking about this unique specific item, then of course it's hard to come by it anywhere else because it only exists once in the world. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rhino, but I can't say what that now. Not that. We have established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
Well, that's quite a mystery.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove the connection between the knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case now, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino.
Maybe there's something about that knife that will give us a clue.
For example, the SL92.
Let's examine the knife while we can, Rhino.
Really? Huh. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. Sure. Okay, we said, like, have we seen this thing before? What happened? Wait, no, this is a date? Is this the same code? SL9, and here it is. Aha! It's SL9, but upside down. Dun dun dun. Okay, I can just stare at it, but SL92, so there must be an SL91 somewhere. Okay, I mean, this is probably same dialogue as before. I probably broke sequence again and discovered it too early.
There's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL9 too.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. Lovely blue. That's weird one.
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar. So what's written on this?
Maybe I should check the I did! And I already found the connection. What do I do with it? Oh wait, present it to him in this very moment when he asked for a connection to the case. Ah, I got it. Back again. I think perhaps this piece. The pieces are falling into places, are they now? I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how were the things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any way shape to investigate, okay? Something happened at the police department too, huh? Yes, a murder. Ah, you've got a good look in your eyes there, Wright, oh my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? It's a murder. He already said it was a second murder. Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy. What with Lana's case and all? Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Well, a detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? Ah, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Anji?
I'm at loss for words.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. Wait, you also have another one already for your current murder. It's not that quick. Is the ginger a different color?
It is.
Ooh.
Darker.
Ooh. Behold the dark ginger ale. Cheerio. Yeah, tastes the same. Oh, no, actually, not completely.
This is the store brand one.
Yeah. But here's the thing, with ginger you can get away with store brand. Tonic water, often enough Coke.
Well, Coke is a little different. Because it's cola. Different colas taste different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were making it sound like those taste you can get away with those too.
No, the other way around. Like, you
Okay.
can also not get away with cheap tonic water.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to say. Any gin tonic fans out there, don't go with store brand. It's not worth it, believe me. But there's a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rido. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ah, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh shit. Okay. Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. We already know that it died at the same time, because he's about to tell me that. How the victim was killed, I believe he hasn't revealed this yet. And the where the victim was found, we know police department, so it might not be specific, or it might be. It's a good question. So between those two, is it relevant that I answered the right one?
Probably. I will double check.
I mean, I had the feeling that I can probably just replay this dialogue and get the other answer. But, yeah, this one is a little bit irritating. It's different than what we had seen before. And I'm totally not stalling.
It is where, yes.
It is where, not how. But yeah, so it makes a difference actually. You need to...
Yes.
Okay. Where? So tell me, where was the victim found? Was it a parking garage? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rido? I can't say I've heard of it. I can't say I have heard of it. But you were in there. What? You were in there last time. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. He was in the evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found.
I don't think he was. I think he was in the records room.
Okay, maybe. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? How do you know it? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at the place at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
Hey, remember the opening video that showed a like 3D thing?
Yeah, parallel murder
being
happening.
stabbed at the same time.
Yeah. Coincidence?
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
I hate her.
I mean, it depends on if you're just talking about it in the same city or in the whole world. In the whole world, I'd say there's a pretty good chance of that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's also the question, like, if you take into account that that a murder happened at the prosecutor's office and the police station at the same time.
That part is very unlikely.
Yeah. Chief Gant, please tell us more about this incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk about it.
Hold it!
How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can just say anything. Please, Rido. I please,
I
what?
can't say a thing
I please, Rido. You understand?
Try to understand, Rhino.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One in the prosecutor's office and one in the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife. What was it doing there?
I'd better check this knife out. Knife is special. Unless there's evidence proves the connection. Okay, I guess here I present the thing. Okay, I wanna present on this one I wanna present the note. Is this the right approach? Or do I present the knife? No, this. I mean, he's mentioning the knife, so I don't really need to present the knife. Or do I first need to present the knife, point to the little tokens, and they ask me for the piece of evidence to connect it to, and then I have to go to the other one?
You're supposed to press the 6th statement, it says.
Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably the last one. 6. Yeah, it's this. Okay. Okay.
Press it. Press it real good.
Press it?
Yes.
Or present?
Press.
I pressed him already. And he once again told me that I need to find a link, which is why I'm ready to present, but I'm not sure on which sentence I have to present and if I present the knife or the note. I mean, I know what the game is looking for, but I don't know how the game wants to have it presented to them. I can press him again on this.
Yeah, it says that you're supposed to press on this, and then he says something else.
Okay.
Hold it!
How can you say there's no connection? Oh, because I'm the chief of police. I can't, because I probably have to first create the connection. And then I can press him on it again. So how do I create the connection? I probably need to go a step back in the guide. No, that was my question. On which?
I was
on
in the
this-
thing, so I didn't know you did.
So I guess I have to present the note on the second statement. That's my guess. Okay. Okay. So, present note now. Music stopped. Wait a second. Oh, at last. An honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Ah ha ha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Aji? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
Oh, this is important.
Why? Because it's an evidence tag. Jesus. Phoenix being a clueless idiot bumbling his way through is fine, but you do this for a living.
Yeah,
You must
like
have.
I said, the judge is a himbo.
But he must have seen billions of evidence tags before. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. And now there's a turn.
What's this? 2 minus 7 is 12 too.
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside down.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get?
Dun dun dun.
Oh, I just sent an evidence cousin.
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
That's fine. That's the same thing that was written on the knife. Order. Oh, well, Chief.
Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? There's not evidence, but okay, the storm. Oh, it's a completely new testimony, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any Oh, he added this in the very beginning of the... Okay, I guess you can press him on the new statement. Oh, because earlier he said at this point the night is special, I can't tell you more.
Yeah.
So he switched out those 2 statements for this one new statement. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder, it was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? I'm not sure how I came to this stunning conclusion with all the bloodstains and whatnot. That's why I'm a prosecutor and not a detective.
Ketchup.
No, good. So, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was an evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
And what a bad day for the department. We are on an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See what I missed. That time of the crime, 5:15, and it's not officially linked to this case, so I wouldn't.
So now you can press this.
Yeah, exactly. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand.
Right.
Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something what we already did. Whatever it is, I'd better find it out and to detect it again.
Okay, I guess try,
This knife, I press on everything now again. That was a bad day at the police department. Something happened at the police department too. Good rider boy, sharp, hungry, so informed because he didn't ask. No matter, understand, all busy. Well, what happened? What happened at the department? Detective was killed. On the same day, detectives killed at the police vertical and another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Dodgy? I'm not the worst. And the perpetrator, did you catch him? Yes, we did. Just catched him. That was quick, soupy doopy. Let's go on Rido. I suppose that helps. Data on the case. Oh, good one. The kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. Wait, what?
do the same thing where the victim was found.
The same?
Yeah.
Not how the victim was killed? We don't know how the victim was killed. I want to go for the victim was killed.
Someone says where the victim was found, but...
I tried it before and told us that it was in the evidence room. Oh wait, it was stolen from the evidence room.
So maybe we had to do it in order, so if you push it again, they'll be like, look, a connection.
Let's see. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak from the court, but in the evidence room. The evidence room? But wait, I have heard that. Oh,
Apparently that's what it was. Yeah, that's a bit of a oversight there.
the evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Hi, seductive. There's a connection between the two cases. Really? The SL was not enough?
Nope.
Heavy glass table, not easy to flip.
And I'm pushing it down.
Damn it. That's why I can't have fun
Oh,
with
you're the
senseless destruction.
one. I mean, it's your setup. You have to pick it up. Your screen.
True. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With that link between these two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. But, I mean,
Now you can press this one.
it's like, okay, we are following up the connection, but none of this connection does anything so far. There's not even a hint of that this takes any suspicion or blame off of Mia 2.0. General Mia. What was it actually? Sky. No, Sky Star. Sky Star? No, Lana Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lana's gun.
Press. Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Ah, you don't say? Well, out with it, Rido. What's your connection? Yes, out with it. What? The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department evidence room. Not to mention the victim had. Yes, exactly. We already had knife evidence tag, and we also know that the detective. Oh wait, Phoenix. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be many connections for it to be a coincidence.
Laughing. No. You too make it. Oh,
He
and
ships
the
it.
shippers exploded!
Yeah, ships it.
Yay! Wait, do we have enough space yet? Yeah. Still a little bit. Yeah. Victory lap. I have a lot more space now behind my desk, but it's still not enough apparently. You make a good pair. It took my man 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. So he already
He
knew.
already knew all along.
Yup. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Does this mean it doesn't count?
Ooh, what is Gus?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? Okay, oh. Okay, it just got replaced again,
Yeah.
so... I'm sure, if you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might have... You mean like evidence, like providing a shoe as evidence in the middle of a trial through a witness who did some vigilante investigation and tampered with crime scenes and potentially evidence? Mm-hmm, sure. Anyways, oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's gender, the victim's demeanor, the victim's division. The ID number would probably be very useful, but...
Hey, do you have anything in your court record that might link to any of this stuff?
Victim's division. I mean, I have this ID card, which is of the victim of our crime scene. probably not related. I don't even know. There's two blood noses. I mean, I don't see any logical connection, but as a gamer, I'm like, oh, I have an ID card with an ID number on it. So if I ask for the ID, he can tell me this ID number, and he will probably tell me this very same number, and I will be like, what? But that's Goodman's ID number, and Goodman is our victim. But this is me gaming the game and not doing intelligent decisions within the game world. I mean, that's the thing. The gender would cut the potential victims in half. Unless she is female, then probably even less because... Exactly. Yeah. Or on the other hand, if he says male, then it's like, cool, it's everybody except for Tina. Tina was not murdered. Thank goodness. Tina's alive. Tina lives. Yeah, the victims division. What would... It's a fucking ID number, but it's like... It doesn't make any sense to ask for it outside of that it's progressing the game in a very, very forced way. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Huh? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers. You don't get go getting your hopes. So don't get getting hopes. The number is. Two can play the staring into the camera, not doing anything game, Gant.
Oh, that's
Clearly
quite
he's your
long.
favorite character so far.
The little wannabe science girl is still worse. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
And 8-2, I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim of the police department. This tells me. No! This tells me nothing. Oh no, game over.
No.
Okay, question. Do those absolutely pointless decisions remain part of other Ace Attorney games? Those questions where it's absolutely obvious that...
Yeah, there's some.
Because... This is like... Huh? Do I give up? Yes or no?
Sometimes you're the type of person that wants to give up just to see what happens.
Yeah, and I recall that I actually did this in one case before. Yeah, wow. And but they did the same thing now, probably at least once per case. Anyways, this tells me something.
Well, now that you've filled your shelves with your board games, every time you start spouting stuff and going on a tirade, I can just start looking at the board games.
Ah, great. Tell me after the stream which one you're interested in to play at some point. Or which tingles your fancy, and then I can... That's a sad thing, since I have barely ever had an option to... Wait. Since I don't have a green screen anyways... Look at my games! Look at all my board games! Most of them I would rather play right now. Except that most of them require 3 or more players, so... With the lockdown and between Denim and me, we can't. Wait, yeah. But yeah. Most of them I probably would have to read up on the rules since I haven't been able to play them.
Exentons is an interesting name.
Yeah, no. It's a pretty brutal memory game, but also 3 or more players, because with only 2 players it's this game drives on chaos, and with only 2 players, there is not enough chaos. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does, I think.
Meaning?
Oh no, please don't tell me we have another Mia vision. It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Oh, well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police.
Wait a second. He was very perturbed when I asked him about the place of the murder. Or I asked him like, did I ask him where the body was found, and then he replied with, oh, but I can tell you where he got murdered.
Yep.
So, and he just said there was a detective murdered. So, yeah, it's the same detective. He actually got murdered at the police department. But how did the body then get to the...
Well, Enigma, thanks to my laptop going kaput and needing a new computer that ended up taking the entire table space, plus all the moving shenanigans, he hasn't been able to work on the puzzle in a few weeks, so he can
However,
finally work on it now that we've moved.
It's actually true. Last weekend was pretty full, so I didn't get to it. But I have my puzzle right ready there. The big table is still free, since we freed it up for game night on Friday. So, probably soon, yeah? I will actually probably be soon back to puzzling.
You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
It tells me that Edgeworth is now the king of prosecutors. It tells me that the Blue Badger
Is a work of art.
It is a work of art. It tells me that those 2 cases are connected. Just present.
Take that!
Maybe I really should just not waste so much time on my on my frustration over this game, because it just drags it out longer.
It does.
It does.
It does, and I have to sit here through it.
First of all, you made me play this game. Second of all, you made me keep playing this game after I already finished it by playing this bonus
You have
case.
to finish the game.
What about the rock or the ball?
Do you want to play that one again?
Probably more than that at this point.
Well, we have to finish this one first.
But then maybe we can find a yet different game. Witness.
I mean, I already suggested a one-shot.
Also true.
You guys don't get to know what it is yet. It's a surprise.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, I got confused. And this is news.
Ooh, burn.
Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office.
Maybe she was right. How about some getting over it?
Let's see. That's the thing, getting over it, I find the irony. Phoenix Wright gets me really raged up. However, getting over it, one of the most infamous rage games of the internet, bores me.
I mean,
I am weird.
you probably could just, at this point we've played enough that you could probably practice it on your own time.
I guess.
Since we keep going 2 weeks without playing it and getting worse at it.
2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. No, it's not true, it's only 1 detective. Unless they switched the bodies. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Oh, shame on you, Mr. Rido. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5, 8, 4, 2, 1, 8, 2. Whatever.
9.
I can't read apparently.
Nope.
Ah.
Oh, and this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with A2. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? Mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack.
Right, no, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we are saying is the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order! Chief, what does it mean?
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of this of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they are yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
That was a scary face.
Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait! Aha!
Ah.
Excuse me, but it's Mr. Edwards, anyway, on the premises. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
Wow. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of your duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted the report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Yes, the case for the murder of Goodman. Therefore, it was relevant the entire time. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. Has never mattered in this game series so far, but sure. This report wasn't on the list.
What does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until the connection. Literally, the.
Yes, he's fucking with you. As we've already established.
Yes.
He's fucking with you.
He does, but still. One more reason to be aggravated. For once, not unintentionally by the game, but intentionally by the game. Still by the game. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I just doing my job? No. No. What was that? He just died?
Yep, he did.
It seems we have come to the end of this one.
What? What? Why? Why did we? What? I know you are going through a tough time, Worthy. But with all those rumors, you were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. Duh, you'd get results. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Good, Edgeworth.
Oh, I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Well, whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned.
To be continued.
Congratulations. You've gotten through 2 testimonies this episode.
Yes, I want to save because this is actually override. Yes, the end point of today's shenanigans. Because I refuse of. Yes, okay. There we go. Give me that sweet title screen. Yes. So. What was this entire first day of trial? I'm like, I mean, yeah, we kind of had decisive. Okay, so is this
There's
all?
a lot of nitpicking at details, a bit more so than usual.
And also like very. I mean, Phoenix is always grasping for straws, but it also just kept continuing with the same straw longer and longer. At the end of the day, we still have the shoe who got declared decisive evidence. So, the proof or the decisive proof that she was the murderer. But yes, now suddenly. So I guess here's my guess. I guess it's time for guessing. Oh my God! What actually makes the lunch lady correct? So the lunch lady. Here I thought she was lying. So the lunch lady saw Lana do the stabby stab. we now know that I should have stayed in game so I could check my evidence, but the parking ticket is also from 5:12 or something, like minutes
Shortly
before
before, yeah.
minutes before the time of the murder.
Mm-hmm.
So, the car came. I'm not sure if there was a living person or not in the trunk of the car, but there was somebody who was not Goodman in the trunk of the car, because obviously Goodman could not have been in the parking lot at 5:15 if he got murdered at 5:15 at a different location. So somebody else potentially was in the trunk of the car, which then got this somebody, Lana, in some way interacted with this other somebody. I mean, we saw the double stabbing motion in the opening of this case, so Lana probably did stab the body in the car. Then got arrested by Angel Star.
Mm-hmm.
Then at some point the bodies got switched, so that for some reason
How did they switch the body?
I have no clue yet, but maybe in the what do you call it, where dead people are?
Or?
Yeah, or maybe they just, I mean, they obviously had somebody who was a lookalike of Goodman, because in the photo that Lana Starr took, which was taken in the attorney's garage, unless, was there a timestamp on the photo? I don't think there was one.
No, just happened afterwards.
Yeah. So yeah, for now I operate on the assumption that the photos actually were taken in the garage at the time where Lana Starr claimed they were taken, because otherwise, Angel Star, otherwise Lana could just be like, it's a lie. Or Lana could just speak up and be like, hey, I got arrested an hour later in the parking garage. And there should be evidence of it, like the call to the police by Angel Star. So, I would say they got they switched the bodies, because we saw the double stabbing motion in the beginning of the trial, so there was a double stabbing at the same time happening. Lana performed one of the stabbings in the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and then once again bodies got switched or something. Or maybe bodies didn't get switched, but this lookalike actually had Goodman's real ID, but he wasn't the real Goodman who got stabbed. But then again, wait, now I need the autopsy report again. So is it all just a big fucking with us that we literally, that Lana, but Lana is officially on trial for murder of Goodman, right?
Yes.
So somebody makes the claim that Lana is the one who stabbed Goodman.
Yes.
Okay, so but yeah, so apparently the clue is that Lana stabbed somebody else and Goodman still got murdered elsewhere.
Guess we'll have to wait till 2 weeks from now to get more information.
But yeah, so wait, where's my guess still? So my guess is that Lana kind of stabbed. What did she stab? He stabbed an already dead body, a double self-defense of an attacker, whatever. Because once again, if Lana got arrested an hour later or something, so stupid.
I mean, she got arrested, like, Angel Star saw her stab someone.
Yes,
Then ran around and apprehended her herself.
exactly. So and then at some point when the police arrived, the police arrived. So the police, probably the cowboy dudes then, brought the real body of the dead guy and switched the bodies. Like Goodman versus whatever the second body is. So the cowboy is involved in the entire thing. Right, we still don't know the actual murderer. I mean, anybody at the police station, I assume. And the chief is either involved or a real asshole who just likes messing with people. Yeah. That's how far I get with my guessing. But Lana still stabbed somebody or something, so
Yep.
she might still be a murderer, just not for the person she's on trial for some reason. Anyways, enough rambling. Yeah, that was another exhausting episode of Gaming and Ties. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. See you all next time. Bye bye.